Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Compass of Curiosities, our last one to end 2024. So, without, you know, a better person that I could think of to end the year with than the moderator himself, Mr. Ian Murphy is going to be joining me as a special co-host tonight to wrap out the year. Um, but let me jump into a couple sponsors here really quick. So we have Warner Paranormal Preservation Society bringing you all your paranormal needs in the South Shore of Massachusetts since 2 years ago. No, we got some great locations up here. We got two locations, one in Rockland, Massachusetts, one in Abington, Massachusetts. Doing some big things this year. Ian and Kim over there are spearheading all the paranormal stuff on the side of things. Mr. Warner, our fearless leader, has taken a step back and has taken on two projects of himself, and I'm not going to say what those are yet, but they will be happening under the WPPS name. Um, but we will talk about that when more things come. We have Kimberly Ann, Empowerment Photography. Kimberly Murphy, one of the best photographers on the South Shore of Massachusetts. She has had people travel from different states just to have sessions done with her. So she is booking up, and congratulations to her on moving into a bigger studio recently. So congratulations to her on expansion, and can't wait to see what 2025 brings her. Next up, we have Get Moderated from the man himself, Mr. Ian Murphy, over on, I believe it's Tuesday evenings now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. So go get over on the Get Haunted Network. Mr. Ian Murphy doing his fair share of telling tales and theories and whatnot. So make sure to check that show out over there. We'll also have Small Town Productions, Mr. Larry Eisler the third. Great guy. Fantastic job on intro, outro videos, all that fun stuff. So definitely head over and check him out. We have Jeff's Traveling Boards of Wonders with Jeff Whittam. Um, yes, good evening, everybody. Mr. Murphy in the background over there taking care of the comments for me while I blabber on and on. Also, the main Paranormal and Horror Con, September 6th and 7th on 2025 at the Augusta Civic Center in Maine. Going to be an amazing event. Have some great people lined up to come. So definitely check that out. Tickets are on sale right now, so head on over and check that out. And also, if you would like to become a sponsor of Compass Curiosities, please reach out to me personally for more information on what that entails and regards. So just reach out to me, whether it be a direct message or message to my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, comment in there, anything like that. So, we got a couple things popping up here over here, but Ian is taking care of it. He's good to go, but we're going to bring him in. Mr. Murphy, how are
Hello.
we doing, sir?
Doing good. My chandelier in the background is really messing with my light here.
Oh, he's got to fix it now. So no, so this show is just going to be a little year end in review kind of thing. Damien, great to see you with us. Kimberly Murphy, thank you for joining us. Icy, I see you out there. Thank you for joining us.
There we go.
Oh, look, we got Wojo in the room. What's up, Wojo?
Wojo. Wojo, I gotta quit screwing around. Richie and I need to set a date.
Uh-oh. Is he using you as bait?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't mind. I'll go out there. I'll bring my hairy ass out to the woods and make some weird noises to bring good old Sam Squanch over to visit us. I don't mind.
And that was actually one of the news headlines I saw this morning that I've actually seen floating around Facebook. Two men from Washington were found near Portland, dead in the woods after attempting to investigate for Sasquatch. So
Maybe they found him.
and maybe they did. I mean, there's reminders out there to everybody. Just be careful what you're doing and be careful of your surroundings and everything like that because you never know what could happen, especially going through these wooded areas as well as these abandoned buildings. Oh,
That's
Ernie
back.
Pack in the room.
Oh, we got
So,
Damien
yeah,
out
we got
there.
Damien in here. Damien's going to hit a new year before we do.
Only by a couple of hours, honestly.
Yep, because it's already tomorrow over there, right? 6 hours
Well,
ahead, I want to say.
yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what good things came your way this year, Mister Murphy over there? I know you had some very big personal news in the field of employment, I guess you could say,
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that you
Pretty
made a
major
huge
job
step.
change. Yeah, I stepped out on that ledge. Yeah, no, massive, massive career change. Wildly different. So, if you guys couldn't tell, Denise, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Pay attention to the road. Although I
Yes,
am looking awfully pretty tonight, you don't have to watch.
he even put
Um,
on cologne for you, Denise.
yeah, I'm kind of upset Wojo hasn't mentioned it already, but
I know.
my hair's nice.
He's supposed to have the
I'm
nose of a basset
unkempt.
hound over there.
I'm unkempt. I got that 3 day
Oh,
shadow going.
you got that ruggedly aggressive
Um,
look going on.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or as my dad would call it, greaser Mondays. So, oh Jesus, that's the wife.
What would it not be unless your wife was
But
downstairs giving you shit?
no, so I guess trying to think, like, we're talking about some of the good things that have come my way this year. I try not to really think of things in like the lens of like good or bad things just kind of happen, right? Like good things come from bad things come from good things. And so I usually don't look at it quite like that. But I will say this year has been an absolute wild ride with my son. Uh, the shit that continues to come out of that kid's mouth, just I
It blows
he
my
did one of
mind
the
too.
most well anytime, like, so we've been to I think 4 or 5 birthday parties this year for like kids in his class and all that. And every time the parents are like, he's such a polite kid. And I have no idea where he gets it from. Yeah, life be life. And but no, like, because I mean, I'm a relatively, like, when it comes to people's feelings and things like that, I have been called apathetic or oblivious or reckless or just a general asshole. Um, and yeah, and I love my wife to death. She is not always the most polite person either. And so to have a kid that's just like constantly being praised for his politeness and like his attentiveness and his empathy is like really kind of interesting. Um, but no, he said some shit that like was brutal the other day. Is Christmas, I believe it was Christmas Day. He's like, you know what? This is my favorite present. And it was something that I had known he had wanted for a while. And I contacted Santa and let Santa know what to bring. Right.
Yes, because we
Um,
have 8-year-old children listening to this show.
uh, well, I got a hotline. You have the naughty list legacy of your father. I can reach out and let Santa know things because we're in
Give me by
communication.
next year, and I'll be white. I could play Santa
And
next year.
you'll be white, Russ.
As I was stroking my beard, I said, "This will be white by next year."
Oh, I thought you were saying you'd be white by next year. I thought I
Please
was
do
gonna have to
not get
break
me
some news to
canceled on
you
my
here.
last show of
I was gonna
2024.
have to break. I was gonna have to break the news. But no. So he holds it up
We're
and he's
just
like, "This is
finding
my
out so
favorite.
much about each other tonight.
This is yeah, right. Well, you're part Sicilian, so like, um,
The
so
fuck do you get that from?
some people will get the joke, other people won't. It's totally fine. Um, But no, he holds them up and he's like, "This, you know, this is my favorite present." But my favorite gift is you guys to me and Kim, right? And it's like,
Kid going in for the
wow,
kill shot.
he does. He doesn't pull punches with that stuff, and it's so interesting to me to kind of like watch him be that like vulnerable and that candid with his parents and with even like with his classmates and something. Um, oh, Damien,
Yep, I just saw that one.
that was not a picture of Ian. That was a picture of the moderator. I just want to clarify.
The
Ian is
moderator's gone
usually far more
international.
sober. Yeah. So what about you? What are some of the things that that 2024 brought you in the positive?
Clarity.
I was gonna say if you don't bring up something emotional or psychological, I'm gonna be disappointed because you and I talk so damn much.
We do, and you saw it firsthand. You saw the transformation firsthand.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of you.
To,
I'm proud that you're doing what you're doing.
to who I
Yeah,
was
dude.
to who I am now. I mean, it definitely took me rattling a few bushes to shake out the snakes.
That's a that's a phrase. Yeah. I've never heard that one before, but okay. Yeah, no,
Well,
I
I
mean
mean,
it's a good one. It's appropriate.
fits
It's
the
apropos.
situation.
No, because I mean, even your listeners probably have seen a pretty significant shift in your type or your flavor of engagement with social media,
Yes,
right? Like, and that's one thing I've talked to you about for a while. Like,
multiple
how
times,
you interact
multiple
with
times.
social media is like because it creates little echo chambers in your head, right? And when you post something out there, and this goes for everybody, and if anybody can take anything to 2025 that is like positive that came out of my mouth, I hope this is it. Um, is when you put something on social media and you get 55 likes and you get 100 comments and you get all of this engagement from it, right? You get this dopamine rush. You get this like cortisol,
People
this
care.
crunch on your system, right? Like people, yeah, people fucking care. And
They
then
notice me.
and then you post something positive that's like a little win for you or like is a moment for yourself and you get 4 likes and 2 people say congrats. Your brain is trained to be like, oh no, let's go back to that negative sad space that I posted about
Yep,
last time because everybody jumped on and gave me that validation I needed. And
yep.
so like we create this incredibly toxic relationship with Facebook and with Twitter and Instagram and all this other shit. Um,
Good
you
evening,
know,
Kent.
and I've been proud of you for how you've changed and how you've dialed in kind of your communications with that. Like because there was a time, dude, where like, you know, we can be honest, I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Uh like you were feeding the demons on that for a minute. For a hot minute, you were feeding the demons. Anytime I saw a post from you, I was like, shit, man. Like I can't even comment on it. I can't like it. I can't do anything. I can't engage with this because if this is where he's going to get that validation, I can't be a part of that validation. And so I'd
No,
reach out to you
yeah,
personally.
that would normally follow up with a private message of, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like you're going through some shit. So talk to somebody. Like don't. But I'm proud of you for taking that step, man, and I'm proud of you for doing that. And I mean, it's not an easy thing, and it's a tough thing. You know, it's not quite at the point where like your addiction to porn will tackle eventually.
And we'll
Um,
get there one step at a
Speaking of
time, my
which, hold
friend.
on, hold on. You
Please
talked
do
about
not
it.
take that
Hold on,
seriously.
news. No, no, no. That was 100% a joke. That was 100% a joke. Everybody out there. However, it's an amazing segue to the first headline that I want to address for 2024. Can I jump right into the first headline in 2024? All
Bring it
right.
on, sir.
So all right. So everybody knows there's a bit of a skirmish. It's a fucking war in the Ukraine with Russia. Do you know the headline I'm going with right now, Russ?
I believe I've seen it. I
Okay.
believe I
So
have, but this is going to be great.
Russia called for backup. Okay, they called for backup. Russia called their allies to help them with the conflict in Ukraine.
I
North
mean, if
Korea,
when you think about
which
when
is
you have
hilarious
Russia,
because like
which is
they
one
should
of
have
the
been able to roll
powerhouses,
over. They should have been able to roll over the Ukraine.
no problem at all.
So they call for backup. They call their buddies in, and North Korea fucking delivers. You have a totalitarian dictatorship which has brainwashed and mind controlled an elite tactical force to go back up Russia in the Ukraine. Within 7 days of those forces landing in the Ukraine with unfettered access to the internet, the entire North Korean tactical unit is effectively disabled. They are non-functional combat units now.
They have discovered Pornhub.
And it's because they were given phones by the Russian government that had access to the internet, and they are now addicted to pornography to the point where they aren't leaving their bunkhouses, and Russian troops are leaving them behind in the field to move forward or to retreat. And these elite, brainwashed military spec up guys they were overthrown by Pornhub. We run psyops, we run, covert missions. Apparently, all we needed to do was drop a couple of iPads on North Korea, and their people just collapse under the weight of pornography.
Is this what we need to do with Afghanistan and Iraq? Like, is this
I don't know.
the
I don't
route we need
know.
to take?
Damien, yeah, the power of women, right? Like,
Just
wait until they find OnlyFans. They're going to learn
oh
all
my
sorts of
god!
things about themselves.
Now they're going to be charged with credit card fraud.
Oh no, Kim, they are. They are.
They're,
Like
they're
like in
clinically
active
addicted.
combat. There are reports of them being in active combat, watching pornography on smartphones instead of like, trying not to get shot
Well, somebody's gun's
or
getting
to
shot.
firing back. Yeah. So
Somebody's
that was
gun's getting
that
shot.
that to me was one of the funniest 2024 bits of news.
All right, let's bring up another. I mean, very very actually good like world news because there is an active war situation going on over in Ukraine. So
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
a good thing. So
No,
let's
the active war in Ukraine is not a good thing.
well, I mean, I meant keeping in style with the headlines and everything
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. God damn it. You're gonna get me canceled. You're definitely gonna get me canceled.
If we want to try and go for canceling, we could do this. Yeah, fuck chemical warfare, Kim. Biochemical warfare apparently is the way to go. Just put them pheromones in the air and let people start hitting that Google search.
We'll kind of clear out some of the big happenings of 2024 that are kind of on the more somber note. Of course, just recently in the past 2 days, we've had ex-president Jimmy Carter pass away.
First president to die in 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
He is now joining the president that deceased before him. Anybody know? Anybody in the side comment? Prior to Jimmy Carter, anybody else know the the last president that died?
Hit him with the tism.
Oh, this ain't the tism. Come on, somebody out there knows. Damien, wait until they get the Lynx body spray.
Oh, good God. Nope, I don't think we have any guesses.
No one is going to take a crack at the list of presidents who have died between Jimmy Carter.
Well, Carter lived to 100, so I mean.
That's true. That's true.
Who was the last president to die?
Really? It was 18. Yeah, it was Reagan. It was Ronald Reagan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's spelt wrong, but it's close enough.
Executed or natural causes.
Ooh.
Bush.
I also know that one. No, the executed was JFK. That was the last. That was the last unnatural cause presidential death.
Successful.
You have Hoover, Eisenhower, uh, J, George Senior, and Ronald Reagan.
And now Jimmy Carter.
Now, fun fact: if you want to argue the last U.S. president that probably made it to heaven since Jimmy Carter,
Well, I mean,
that'd be JFK. I mean, no, but the Irish like to think he made it.
hometown boy.
Definitely made it with Maryland, though.
Yeah. So we also have the seems like forever ago, but it seems like just yesterday. The Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse.
Ernie, that's very true, by the way. Senior did pass after Reagan.
So this one I actually found very interesting, and maybe you can supply a little insight on this.
Hold on, are we talking about the
So
Baltimore Bridge?
yeah, the Francis Scott Key Bridge, yeah, Baltimore.
Oh yeah, the guy that was drunk at the wheel and the black box magically stopped working, but
Yeah,
mysteriously
yeah,
still piloted into a major pylon. Yeah.
Yep, yep. Now this is an interesting one, and this may touch on a few toes here. This is the first time I've actually ever heard of this happening, and it is a very touchy subject and a topic for a lot of people out there. So the headline is School Shooter's Parents Convicted.
Oh
Jennifer
yeah,
and James Crumbly, the parents of Michigan high school shooter Ethan Crumbly, were sentenced to 10 to 15 years in prison in
Damien.
April.
Not a lot of evidence for it, but they are mostly all part of similar organizations. But the whole Skull and Bones thing is passe. Anyway, sorry, Ross.
It is.
Yes.
No, you're
Yeah.
fine. After each was found guilty of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter in separate trials. This is the first time I've heard of accountability being put on a shooter's parents.
No, that is a misnomer.
This is the first time in my experience.
Okay, so this was not accountability being put on a shooter's parents. This is something as a Second Amendment guy, that is not what it was. What it was is it was criminal charges being held against irresponsible gun owners for the illegal use and the accessibility in which their child was able to have.
Because I read the article, they actually purchased the weapon for him.
Correct.
So yeah, that like I said, that's I mean, and those of you out there that are in the celebrity lifestyle, 5 people have been charged in Matthew Perry's ketamine death.
Yeah,
That kind of has like
for as much as I
Illuminati
want people to
conspiracy
be
written all
charged,
over it.
it doesn't. It doesn't. It does not have conspiracy written anywhere.
So you think it was a mixture of bad medications?
Matthew Perry has a profound and documented substance abuse issues. He had it a long time. The ketamine was something he was doing to try and ease that demon.
Yes.
And
Hi, Sarah.
And even accounts of his family doesn't think it was ill, like there was no foul play or anything like that. It sucks. I mean, you had a very strong comedically timed person who was great at the deadpan sarcastic delivery, who was a substance abuser. I mean, that's
So we got that as the celebrity news. We'll get to more celebrity news here. Another one that I kind of want to get your opinion on. Alec Baldwin's Rust case was dismissed, but the armorer was convicted.
That is bullshit. Any motherfucker that does not know the difference between a loaded gun and a blank gun should never be able to touch either. That dude knew it was fucking open. Like, he knew that thing was live. There's no question in my mind he was fully aware that it was live. There's way too many connections between him and the person shot. No, that's the conspiracy side of me and the Second Amendment side of me. Nope, 100% bullshit. Like, look,
So you
who's the
disagree with the
supernatural?
armorer being convicted and him
No, the
walking?
armorer should be. The armorer should be, because even if even if, let's say, somewhere between the armorer and Baldwin, real bullets were put in. Like, let's say the armorer had no
So
idea.
A Brandon Lee situation.
Right. So the armorer's job is to hand that weapon directly to the actor and to ensure that the possession of that weapon never leaves the actor.
Yes.
If you're acquitting the actor, you have to indict the armorer, because there's only two parties in that situation. However,
It's a very
for
controlled
someone that's
environment.
been in the industry, that's used guns, that's familiar with guns, to not know the weight difference, and I promise you, for those of you who don't know, there is a
There is a weight
significant
difference.
weight difference between, because you figure a 9 millimeter lead projectile weighs about 11 grams, so there
Yep.
is about a two and a about a anywhere between 1.5 and 2.25 pound difference between
To a
a
loaded and a blank.
live loaded weapon and a blank loaded weapon, because a
Yep.
blank loaded weapon is a piece of cloth with wax.
Yep.
Wildly different weight than lead. Yeah, no, because I mean, who's the supernatural guy that was in that one? Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
That man, before his scenes, even said, and there's video evidence of it, dropped the clip, the magazine. I shouldn't say clip. There's going to be people who get pissed off at me using the word clip, because it's not a clip; it's a magazine. Dropped the magazine and
NRA is
checked the
not normally
rounds,
my yeah.
to make sure they were all blank before putting them back in and shooting a scene. Baldwin just plugged her.
Yep.
Like, and her connections with her husband being an attorney that was part of the Clinton indictment, like, too much
Going down a
too
rabbit
much
hole
shit.
here.
Too much shit. No, it's not a rabbit hole. It's actually public knowledge. Like, all it's
But
all free information.
you could take that and run with it and get yourself
Yeah, I
buried
mean,
in
if
it.
anybody dies even remotely near the Clintons, I just blame them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well,
That's just like that's just me. But we're not gonna get into that. You asked me not to get into that.
this air freshener didn't hang itself.
Yeah, yeah, because Jeff Epstein was able to hang himself on suicide watch.
So
Um,
things are about to get a little slippery here. All right.
hold on. So if we're
Uh
talking
oh.
about people that have passed,
Okay.
can we talk about a few people here?
Sure.
So these are two of, probably, out of, like, I don't know, it's got to be
I'll let you
top
have stage so I
top
can.
20 impacting actors of my life, right? They're both in the top 20. Um, you have the voice of one of the greatest science fiction empires, right? In the passing of Mufasa, Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, right? Like, that is such a brutal, like, brutal passing. Like, his voice, his acting, like, everything. Like, I'm pretty sure that hurt, right? Um, that was a painful going, for me, just being just someone that was raised on Star Wars, and then was able to be of, like, the babysitting age when Lion King came out for my niece, and we watched Lion King all the damn time. Um, and it was just like, that was a shot in the gut. And then someone that I think, in my head, that I had just assumed was immortal, um, is Apollo Creed. Carl Weathers. Like, to lose those two men, like, and they were such, like, just friggin' icons from my childhood. It was absolutely brutal. I I don't know. Those hearing those news, like hearing that was like it almost reminded me of like when James Avery died, Uncle Phil. I don't know if you remember that. Like when Uncle Phil passed, it was like you just see this icon that was like with you throughout your entire childhood. To just like it's like fuck. Um, you know, you're terrified to find out who's next on the list, right? Like so many different icons that we have, um, so many different just voices and faces of our entire like childhood or our growing up or our youth just gone. I mean, like, I mean, Harry Connick Senior passed this year. Um, I know most people don't probably know who he is, but Ian Lavender, he's a British actor, um, and just so many others that it's like, wow, like people are just exiting,
Yeah.
and it's
Well,
rough to be in
that's
that.
how I'm going to be when Mr. Feeney passes away.
Oh God, you shut your damn mouth.
I know, right?
Mr. Feeney will
We
live forever. Um,
we
but I
thought
mean, like
Betty
Donald,
White
like
and Uncle Phil were untouchable. Like,
yeah, well, I mean Donald Sutherland, Richard
mhm.
Simmons. Um,
And it just proves
I
to a
mean,
point that no matter how much you work out, it still catches up with you.
yeah, I mean, you know, Maggie Smith. For those of you who are Harry
Oh
Potter
God,
out there, because that's I
that
think the
one hurt. That one hurt.
um, you know, for me, Quincy Jones.
Yep.
That was a massive one. Like I don't know. It's just there's so much going on in the celebrity death pool that like it's moving on.
All right. So we're gonna go down a little slippery path here a little bit. Um.
No, no, Damien, and I don't blame them. I don't blame the actors. I think we have the same quality, if not better, actors now because they've explored different ways of doing it. Our writing is such a fucking dumpster fire that there is never going to be a performance that can match the level that we've had historically because there isn't material that matches what we've had historically. Like you look at Saving Private Ryan, phenomenal movie,
Rinse,
amazing
wash,
cast,
repeat.
unbelievable film. I can absolutely see 8 actors from today delivering just as an impactful experience
Performance.
on that
Yeah.
film, but they're never going to write that movie again. They're never going to. It's never going to have that feel, right? Um,
Yes.
no, I don't think
Originality.
originality's.
It is
I
scarce.
don't think it's originality.
Everything
It's
these
not.
days
It's just
is just
not funded.
wash,
It's
rinse,
not
repeat.
scarce. It's not scarce. It's just not funded. There's a big difference because if you go to things like Indiegogo, Project M, a bunch of different like Patreons and a bunch of different
Oh yeah, all these independent filmmakers out there are doing amazing jobs.
fucking amazing, and they're putting out quality stuff that's actually really well written and very impactful and entertaining. But they don't have the money to get names that we're going to notice,
Nope.
and they're just not they're not going to reach. So like, it's not that originality is scarce. It's like information, right? We live in a world where almost everything can be found here. Almost everything.
Yes, sir.
Yet you hear people ask dumbass questions all the time. Like, hey, Russ, when does the sun go down today? Because Russ is apparently a fucking farmer's almanac.
I am. Did you know that? It's my part-time job.
But meanwhile, we have all this access to everything and we forget it's there because we take it so for granted. So like, yeah, if you guys want to check out some original stuff, um, Indiegogo is a great spot for it. Project M is a good spot for it if you're into kind of like the nerd science fiction, like kind of geeky shit. But there's a bunch there's a bunch of original stuff coming out. And you know what? One really good way to find out if you have a good series or not is Netflix cancels it in the first season.
True. So with that being said, with the whole idea of originality and everything being brought up, fun fact for
Yep.
anybody out there that doesn't know. So Stephen King sold the rights to The Shawshank Redemption, the short story of which was originally titled Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, and it was
Hmm.
actually just a short story.
Yep.
He sold it to Frank Darabont for $1
Do you
and
know
said,
why?
if you can make this, then I'll never take a penny from you.
Do you know why though?
Because no one had made an adaptation of a Stephen King novel that pleased Stephen King. Because he hated Kubrick's Shining. Absolutely
Yeah. Oh no,
hated it.
100%. Yep. But do you know where that bet came from? That if he
Was
could make it, he would sell it to him for $1? Because that was the bet. Was if you could get it made, I'll sell it to you for $1 and I'll never take a dime.
okay,
Maximum Overdrive is the cause of that.
okay, all right.
And for those of you who don't know, Stephen King was on set for the entirety of filming Maximum Overdrive and has zero memory of it
Yep.
due to the amount of cocaine and alcohol he had during that entire process. He has no memory of the entire Maximum Overdrive experience,
Nope.
which I think is a riot.
Now you have Shawshank Redemption that has turned out to be easily
Mm.
top 10 cinematic masterpieces.
Mhm.
Easily. Not even just in the genre, just in all cinematic pieces ever.
Yep.
Top 10.
Yep.
Um and it's just funny that Darabont bought that for $1 and he actually
Oh
still
yeah.
has that check framed. Never
Yeah.
cashed it, nothing. Has it
Mhm.
framed.
It's one of the only films he's proud of. Like, and he said it. He said that they did a phenomenal job with it.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, comment section for those of you guys who are watching. Does anybody else know the other prison, the wildly successful prison movie Stephen King is responsible for?
Green Mile.
Russ, comment section.
Oh,
Why are
sorry.
you gonna ruin it?
My
I
bad.
said comment
Sorry.
section. Jesus Christ, Russ. This is why I could never be your co-host, like on a full-time basis.
Well, at least you talk.
I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to have fun and you ruin it. You just kind of shit on my parade. And now
Ian. Ian.
yeah.
Mm. Mm.
All right, I'm back. Uh, just had to take
Wow.
it. Yes,
Icy got it.
Green Mile. Green Mile, John Coffey.
John Coffey.
Yep.
Boss, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss.
Hey, Jesus.
All right, so we're gonna get a little slippery here. Maybe hard to handle,
Okay.
but it wasn't for these FBI agents that raided Diddy's house. And
Oh, hold on. Time out.
did you not catch
So you did.
the?
So you did a horror movie trivia last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 2 weeks ago? It was last week.
Last week.
All right. So for 5 points in the comment section, how many phallic
Members.
items, there we go, were pulled out of Diddy's house during the FBI raid? And for an
Way
extra
too
three
many.
points, and for an extra 3 points, how many bottles of baby oil? Oh,
Bros
a
Prime
true trivia.
membership paid for itself.
Oh my God, yeah. If he didn't have stock in baby oil, all
Ho, 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 ho.
right.
Like
So
Jesus.
I'm double checking. Okay, that was the number I thought it was. So nobody out there has an idea. All right, we'll go 10 more seconds
Yep.
before we announce. 10, 9, 8, 5.
Damien, I don't want to see your search history.
Damien, it was not 200. I wish it was 200. For the sake of
I
buttholes across
wish it was
America, I wish
200.
it was 200. It was 784 phallic toys, um, phallic
Also,
entertainment
with
devices.
how many bottles of
Did you Google it yet?
Johnson
Because
and Johnson
the
baby
only
oil?
Johnson baby oil with a special additive that was a numbing agent was over 1,000, right? Over 1,000 bottles.
1,000 1,000 bottles.
Yeah, 1,000 bottles even. Yeah, Damien.
I think they were saying something like it was like over 500 gallons worth or something like that.
Yeah, it was 4 pallets.
Yeah.
It was like the original reports came out as pallets, not bottles or cases. It was
No, it was
pallets, like you'd
pallets.
ship on a truck. Like,
Like we're past Costco at this point.
yeah, like you're
We're
not going to
we're
BJ's to buy
straight
bulk.
from company.
Yeah, you're. There's no way he wasn't ordering it wholesale. There's just no fucking way he wasn't ordering it wholesale.
There's just fucking no. That
Oh, so speaking of Diddy,
go ahead and keep talking really quick. I'm going to remove myself for one moment.
okay, so speaking of Diddy, his prison mate, I don't know for those of you who know, um, being heralded as the modern day Robin Hood, is none other than Luigi himself, the CEO Snapper, or however else you guys want to call him. I don't know where I'm supposed to go on this. I usually bounce things off of people. Uh, this is awkward. So yeah, how are you guys doing? How's your year going? Anybody want to share something fun that they've had this year? Oh, no. No, no, no. Damien, Diddy's in jail. It's definitely not normal. He wasn't doing great stuff with it. Not a pleasant time. Not the Diddy parties weren't great. Um, but no. So all right, I think he's back. He's coming back. He's not coming back. He's back. He's dying of laughter over something.
I'm sorry, and I'm just going to share this with everybody right now. Is I literally just had to go to the restroom. Bluetooth headphones, so I keep them on so I can hear everything that's going on. That way, I know the show's still going on.
And then Nicole just came in the bathroom with
Nope.
784 dildos.
I wish. No, I'm literally going to the bathroom and I just hear, "Oh no, 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 Damien, no, 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 Diddy's in jail." That's
Yeah.
all I hear while I'm going to the bathroom.
This was the
It's sad.
comment that triggered that.
And sad thing about it was my first instinct to clench my ass cheeks.
Well, yeah, I mean, given the subject matter, you probably should.
So fun story. My wife tried to kill me on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's unfortunate. She didn't succeed.
Obviously not.
Ah,
I know.
how'd she try to kill you? With sweet potatoes?
Well, no, no. So
No, I'd do it.
every year we go over to the in-laws for Christmas Eve, go have dinner and everything.
Hmm.
So because they're getting older, they started ordering out food instead of cooking at home and everything.
Yeah.
So we were tasked to pick up food from Mia Ragazza to take
Oh,
over, yes, Christmas Eve dinner. So I decide, are they back? Huh? Huh?
stop.
Anyways,
Just finish your story.
okay. Anyways, so yes, they are.
Okay, thank you.
Honeymoon phase almost. It makes me sick.
Aw, aw.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I love when old people bang. Gives me hope.
you know you're talking about Thor, right?
If Thor's not using this hammer, His hammer is his.
He's not laying down that Asgardian justice.
That's yeah. He's gonna drop it.
Anyways, back on
And
topic.
she's worthy. She can pick that hammer up.
She's worthy. God, I'm talking about my in-laws like this. What the?
Hi, Nicole.
Anyways, so I had been up since about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
It's probably noon, 1 o'clock. We weren't going over to her parents until later on in the afternoon.
Yep.
So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna take a quick nap, like hour-long nap, whatever. So I know she had to run out and grab the food from the restaurant to make sure it was picked up in time because Christmas Eve ordering out from restaurants, you know how everything gets busy.
Yeah.
So I happen to get up. She's already back home. I
Yeah.
walk out into the living room. The candle's still lit that I had on the coffee table.
Okay.
And I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. So I sit down and I'm sitting there and I'm just like, you never blew that out. And I'm like going through it in my head. And I'm like, all right,
Man, this is a
the
joke.
lid's still,
I'm just gonna let go right there.
no, 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 no. The lid's still in the same place.
Nope. I wasn't talking about a lid. I was just my comments.
But like, I'm sitting there. Well, I'll get to the kicker at the end of this. So I'm like, I sit there and I just look at her. I was like, you tried to kill me. She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, that candle's still lit from before I went and laid down, which means you left the house, left it burning while I was sleeping in the bedroom and prayed that you would get back in time if something happened.
No, she didn't. She didn't even think about it.
No, she didn't. And you
She
know
didn't pray.
why she you know
She didn't
you
pray.
know why she didn't think about it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because she just added me to her accidental death insurance policy.
Oh, AD&D doesn't cover want and neglect though. Yeah, want and neglect.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I have Blue Cross Blue Shield.
All I'm gonna say is congratulations to Thor and Company, specifically Thor, because good for him. And
He did tell me he wants you to go to Pirate Weekend with him next year.
I so want to go to fucking Pirate Week, dude. I
I was
really
talking
do
with
want to
him
go to
about it.
Pirate Week.
I was talking with him about it at Christmas, and I told him I'd
Yeah,
love to
no,
go.
I am still obsessed. Uh I am still absolutely obsessed with going to Pirate Week. I think
Okay, now
I would
everybody out there
I
that's
would make a
listening right now,
tremendous pirate. I think I
everybody
would
out there that's
I think I would do
listening right
wonderful.
now, Ian, please give a little background about Pirate Weekend because
I
everybody
don't know
out there
what you
may not
mean.
know about the whole what your whole draw to
Oh,
Pirate Weekend is and
oh,
everything
it's the rum.
and where it came
Um
from
yeah, so well it came from your
that
wedding.
I was never invited to begin with.
Yeah, I got invited to Pirate Week with his in-laws at his wedding, and they've never invited him. Have they invited you since?
Yes, he invited me this year. I guess I
Okay,
finally made it after 8 years.
I might have just been guilt.
Well, fuck you.
Uh, no, so Pirate Week is
Up in Maine.
it's yeah, it's up in Maine, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a week of people wearing leather scabbards, karosses, tri-corner hats, and getting fucked up on boats.
That is the weekend in a nutshell.
If I were to have something in 2025 to look forward to,
It would be
it would
Pirate
be
Weekend.
Pirate Week. It's week. It's week. It's a whole week.
Ian,
Not a weekend.
we are going to Pirate Week, okay?
It is an entire week. Um
I don't know if
I
I
will
should go
need
up with. go up with you without reinforcements. Because you're gonna be like
You're
Jack
gonna have
Sparrow
to.
down there just running like,
Well, so here's the issue. Um,
I'm going on
unsupervised.
an adventure.
No, that's me. 100%. I'm about the adventure. Um,
Gettysburg. I'm going to
I'm about
Sexbridge
the.
at
I
three
fell
o'clock
into
in the
a
morning.
river. I fell into a river at 4 o'clock in the morning in Gettysburg. 4 a.m.
Your
The
first time ever
hanging
being there.
bridge.
Saxbridge.
Well, the
Well,
hangman's bridge or
Hangman.
whatever it
Yeah,
was.
Hangman's Bridge is down from Saxbridge. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I fell into that river by mistake because I misjudged. Um, well, well, it's not.
Misjudged.
It's not entirely my fault. Um,
It was mostly the
and
whiskey's fault.
maybe a few of the people. Nope, no, no. Civil engineer's fault on this one, sir. So the way that the dam is made on the other side of the bridge is there should be a 3 to 4 foot expanse coming off of the dam fall that cuts the ground away that should bring it down to about 6 to 8 feet, just the way the water falls. 4 to 5 feet out, because I'm used to dams and dikes. Um, in Massachusetts, we
Please, anybody
still
listening
call
to
a
this, please do not
dam.
cancel me.
Nope, a dam that blocks off marsh or swampland, we still call a dike.
Please do not cancel me.
It's an inanimate object that is made for passing water and restricting water flow. It is not a human being that we would refer to in a derogatory term. Um, so I'm used to these kinds of setups, right? Like where like the water is an abnormal flow pattern, and I should be able to wade out a certain distance. And so I get about like
Never
4 feet out,
waters. It's always
and
dangerous.
yeah, well, the tism takes over at this point because I'm seeing really nice rocks. And I'm like,
Oh, there's the rocks that'll get you.
I'm gonna grab a rock, but I want to make sure it's a good rock. And so I'm kind of wandering. And long story short, left foot hits this sheer cliff, an absolute drop off in the water table, and I go axe over tea kettle into the lake at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was a very cold ride home.
That was an Uber, wasn't it?
No, no, we were going to Uber, and then somebody's friend's friend had like a
A
six
van or a
passenger
SUV?
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like 6 passenger SUV, and I want to say we put 9 people in it, and like it was very much 1960s phone booth style car ride.
Oh, definitely.
Uh but yeah, no, it was an interesting trip. And I mean, I don't know if advocating this publicly will get me banned or invited next year. Uh, but like I also did the bonfires.
Yep.
I'm not
I
sure how
mean,
that's gonna go. Hey, we cleaned
Damien,
up,
please do
and
not
the
cancel
next
me.
day we even put stuff back. We put all the logs we didn't use back in the woods where we found them.
Yeah, but you
Uh,
also took more trees out of the woods than there was when you got there.
None of them were standing. None of them were standing. They were all already downed. That is grossly inappropriate. I went looking for leprechauns, got told drinking Guinness would attract them. I fell in a river, pissed. Uh,
The fact
so
that you just read that in an Irish accent,
did I?
you literally did.
No.
Yes,
I mean, it
I
might
am
have came
dead
out a little
serious.
bit. Because if I were to read it
Nope.
in a proper Irish accent, it'd be like, I went looking for leprechauns and was told drinking Guinness would attract them. I fell in the river, pissed. That's doing it with the Irish accent.
It came out with the looking and leprechauns. That's when it came out.
Brilliant, fucking brilliant, Damien.
Fucking brilliant,
Fucking
mate.
brilliant. The problem is, he so did. Um, no, the leprechauns, though, just from the old lore and what I know of the old country and what was kind of instilled in me as a child, is it's milk, bread, and honey in a copper circle. That's the easiest way to attract the fae in the islands. But you're not guaranteed on what kind of fae you'll pick up, so always be careful. And stay the fuck away from fairy trees because they can fuck up your road project for about 25 years. Just ask the EU. The EU paid 17, was it? No, it was $7.2 billion project in Ireland for roadway construction.
Okay.
And it ended up costing an extra 17 million because there was a fairy tree in the way. Um, Google fairy trees. I'm not going to get into it. But I'll be
All right. Well, Googling the fairy trees, I have no idea about that. Yes, Damien, that is why you did not find a leprechaun because you fell in and you weren't pissed, unfortunately. So, guys, quick announcement here. We're coming to the end of the show. I have the
Are we
announcement for
though? Do
next
we
week.
have anyone coming up behind us?
Greg Bakken at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So we have.
We can keep
We're
going
not
if you
going to
want to.
interfere with anyone if we keep going,
No, we can keep going.
unless you're toast, unless you're
Nope.
Dunzo.
All three of our fellow loyal listeners out there, probably Denise at work, going, "What the fuck is wrong with you people?"
Well, so you told me to have a drink ready at the end of the show, right? So that we can
I got to
do
get up and grab mine.
a Solange to the end of the year. Um, I don't have one, so I'd have to get up and get a different one.
Oh, would you?
Not at the moment.
Because I have mine right here.
Oh, what? Oh, is that the shit I made?
Nope. This is
What is
the shit
that?
that Andy DeSantis made.
Ooh. Well, fuck you, Andy, for not sending it
And you
my
know what?
way.
I will say, and I will give it a little quick shout out here. I am a big supporter of all podcasts out there. I'm a big supporter of everyone out there doing their thing, getting noticed, getting recognized. I
Oh
want to give
yeah.
a big shout out to Jenny Davis and Unturned Pages. They're doing big things this year in 2025. They have a new co host. Just because I left the show doesn't mean there's any love lost because I still support them. So, Jenny, I wish you all the best success in 2025. I'll see you at the top.
All right, cool. And just my little shout out to Unturned Pages is don't forget to text my wife.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Oh my god.
And you got to come back into the picture.
I will. I will. But so here's the problem. Is
Is there a problem? Okay, guys, we've gone completely off the shelves here. Year-end
no,
show.
actually,
Don't judge us.
we've gone to the shelves.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, hold on. All right, I got it.
We went to the shelves. All right, and so I'll put it out there. So, all right, we've got honey tequila to raise to us. If we could go proper McPatty, when we're ready. Damien, if you prefer, I can polish off the old Irish mist. I'm sure she's one of the ones watching.
Oh no, I've already sent it to her. I had
Christmas
to
gift
make
from the
sure
wife.
I had to make sure I did proper by this.
Yep. Christmas gift from the wife. Actually, a phenomenal little
Brother,
little whiskey. I was
it
actually
is December
technically bourbon.
30th. It is December 30th.
And it was a Christmas gift I'm going to enjoy. And then the birthday gifts. These are small batches that I've actually created. They're infused.
With
This one's coffee and vanilla, and fuck a doodle do, my guy. That's the first I've opened it.
there's gonna
It's
be some
been
sort of fucking ghost pepper bullshit or something in there.
No, oh God, no. No, no, no. I would never ruin a whiskey like that. Um, and then
Yes,
this one.
Damien, I will raise up a shot with you tonight to wish in the new year
So,
for you.
Damien, you'll appreciate this one. This is current or orange rind and current orange rind and shit, I can't remember. But it's supposed to be like an old fashioned. Um, except I've already had it, and it's tastes more like Campari than anything else.
All right, so I will tell everybody this in sticking with true Richie B fashion. All shows are no pants shows, so I have to blank my camera really quick so I can get up and grab another beverage.
And he is getting up and grabbing another beverage. And the other one actually comes from the Gettysburg Bash. Russ, I know you're backstage and you can't show an expression, but I still have a little bit of this, which is only acquirable. Closest place to me is Pennsylvania. I gotta jump a state or so away. So I'll let the whole side comments decide what my cheersing drink will be. Um, but yeah, the schmorgasm is an interesting little run. It's a s'mores. It's chocolate, graham cracker, and marshmallow. Damien, for you who might not know what a s'mores is, um, yeah, quite delicious. Ooh, yeah. So, Damien, I'm not a tequila guy. I can't do it. Can't do it. 2025 is not going to be rung in with tequila. I've spent probably a decade without having tequila. I really think my settings are just. I don't like my settings. I look too shiny. I can't see my tattoos. I don't like it. Oh Christ. We got old Greg. Old Greg's rejoining us. You ever drink
Who
Bailey's out of a shoe?
who said tequila?
You ever drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
No.
Come on. Am I the only one that knows old Greg? Damien, you must know old Greg. Please, for the love of God, Damien, tell me you know old Greg. Like, you're my only European connection. I need you to know this. I'm old Greg. I like the look of your face. You're out of welly boat. Hey, Russ, you playing your love games with me?
I don't feel the hair matches the beard.
I want to hurt you. You playing
All
your
right,
love
now this is
games with
this
me?
is getting weird. This is getting weird.
Oh Christ! After this show, Russ, you gotta check out old Greg. Oh my God, you've never seen old Greg? That
No.
should be that should be the episode that doesn't happen for me tomorrow. I should just play the old Greg.
Why are you getting yelled at?
I don't know. I don't know that she's seen old Greg. It's got our boy Noel in it, but I don't know that she's seen old Greg.
Oh, I know why you're getting yelled at.
There it is.
Yep, there it is.
I haven't drank Bailey's out of a shoe. Oh, my autism post.
Oh no, here we go.
So out of for funsies, because
For
I
funsies,
am a irresponsible person, I bought one of these
I
little
should have
juniors.
got one. I should have got one.
Dude, they're not even $20 anymore.
I know.
Oh, thank you, Aaron. I did a lot of work on it.
This old mess, I just rolled out of bed.
Oh, can anybody read that? I'm not
Point
boozing it.
7.
0.07, dude. Bottom number.
Okay.
BAC. 0.07.
Yep.
Not boozing it. Barely even buzzing it. I can still legally drive in the United States.
Damien, come get your
One
boy.
more sip and it's game over, but
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a
Where's your
fact, Damien. Comedy is better in the Isles. I'll give it that.
honestly, it is.
Oh, weird little fun fact. I know we're. Oh, you're just
We're
gonna
at the end
turn
of
it
the show.
off,
I don't
aren't
give
you?
a fuck anymore.
We're not at the end of the show. We're at like the halfway point.
We're at the end of the season.
You are at the end of the season. Amen.
Series finale.
Um, season finale.
Oh, well,
Series
depend on see.
finale is the end.
We'll see how tonight goes. No.
Yeah, right. You might get canceled for dykes.
Right?
Take that out of context. Um, there's so,
Jesus fuck.
if anybody wants anything to thank the Irish for this 2025, I'll give you this. We were the first to do flavored potato chips. You're welcome. Your sour cream and onion, your salt and vinegar, your cheddar bullshit, your Doritos. You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. Don't fuck with my salt and vinegar. All right, man. Don't.
I'm not fucking with it. I'm just saying you should probably thank an Irish person for that because you're welcome.
I am Irish. Did I thank myself?
I mean,
Wow. I'm not considered true Irish
eh,
because I'm a transplant to Boston to begin with.
not only that, but you're by way of Ohio. Your name is Russell Stiver.
German name.
Mm, Austrian.
I'm
Isn't it
German, Irish,
Austrian?
Scottish. I'm German, Irish, Scottish.
I thought Stiver was an Austrian name.
Nope. It was shortened.
From Stiverlick?
I Stimulated
You who like
don't.
Stivers?
I
What was it shortened from?
I have no idea. I was
Okay.
just told in my days that it was shortened. Oh Jesus, the tism kicked in.
Oh, Jesus.
What are we finding out now?
That's a fucking name. So you have the Stivers, and the Stifus. Now, funny enough, they're either Dutch or Flemish. Now, I only give a shit because Flemish is actually the language that was used as the anchor point and basis for Elvish in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I don't know how much I have to add to this show tonight.
All I know is Stiver is short for somebody that owns a used car lot in Northwest Ohio. And it's a Chevy dealership, so if you're looking for a car, go check out Stiver Chevrolet.
Hold on. Stop. So, if Stiver is actually English, because Stiver is coming from a bunch of different places. You have some Dutch, you have some Finnish, you have a Flemish. Oh shit! Never mind. Flemish. No, never mind. Finnish was the Lord of the Rings. Flemish is irrelevant. However,
Now you just took
you
that away
also
from
have
me.
some.
Thanks for making me
You
feel
also.
like shit.
I did. I gave it to you, and then I just fucking
Dude,
took
this
it
was supposed to
back.
be a fucking a way to
But
go out on a big bang this
but
year. Like,
hold on.
fuck.
I'll give you another one. Right. So Stiver may have also been an occupational name in Middle English, rooted from Stever, which was for someone who played the bagpipes.
That comes from the Scottish side.
Well, so let's be fair. Scots and English, same fucking island.
Yeah.
Same fucking island. And again, if you're going to own the Scots side, I can give you something else you can thank the Irish for, which was Robert the Bruce's Revolution and how the Irish effectively swung the tides on that in entirety.
Y'all Irish were fucked.
And then y'all motherfuckers abandoned us when it was our turn. Looking at you, Damien.
Okay, God, thank God I'm not being stared down in this ugly wig.
Oh no, Russ. The wig is the last thing I would tear you down for. There's so much lower hanging fruit than the wig you're wearing. Oh, now it's an ensemble. Now it's worth the watch.
I think the color makes it pop.
It does.
All right, Ian, we're at an hour and 10. What do you got?
No, we have other headlines. There was other headlines we discussing. No, put the hat back on, man. Put the hat back
Bob's
on.
back here. Bob's back here. He's not enjoying it.
Put the hat back on, man. Because we're going to talk about some crazy shit. Can we talk about the fact that we have had two governmental disclosures about alien encounters and the fact that they're fucking real?
No, no one gives a fuck because we're all numb to the fact of anything
No,
going on.
that's our hope, buddy. That's our hope. Third
The
party
wife just came out of the
intervention.
bedroom and laughed at me.
About what?
She took one look at.
It was an aroused laugh. Just turn into the swerve.
She is now wheezing
Yes,
from laughing
Damien.
so hard.
Yes, Damien. Two. We had one. We had one in March, and then we had another one again in November, where we have confirmed accounts of extraterrestrial or non-identifiable. Yes, Russ does look like Little Bo Peep, and I'll tell you, Nicole knows exactly what to do with that shepherd's cane.
Yep, John Benet Ramsey style. Wow! Holy shit!
Wow, that was dark. That was super dark. You know, my comment about river impeding dikes seems very trivial compared to that comment.
Honey, I'm about to get canceled. Can you grab me a brisket teas from there so I
I'm about to get canceled. Give me another drink. If I'm gonna do it, I'm going out in a blackout. God damn it!
Full send.
It did. It did. It flowed so naturally.
That is what concerns me. Is it fucking went so easy. It was not Southern Belle of me. I'm sorry, Denise. God bless you. Bless your heart.
All right. Yeah. So we have two fucking
Two.
alien disclosures. Then we have the full release of 14 different reports on remote viewing, telekinesis, non-terrestrial, non-three-dimensional beings. It is everywhere.
And we're just not even batting an eye at it anymore. We're just like,
no,
yeah, it is what
because
it is.
we live in such a wild dystopia that this doesn't even affect us.
No, there's literally aliens humming above us. And we're just like, all right, it's another fucking day in December in Massachusetts. Like,
oh, you know what, dude? You did it. You did a costume change.
All right, let's go.
I am too.
Let's go. All right, so we're gonna do this. So since I went Miss Southern Belle, Little Bo Peep over here. I mean, according to Denise. I mean, I did live in the South for a couple of years, but I mean, I don't know if this beard matches the curls.
All right,
Y'all
let's
tell
get her
me.
done.
Get her done.
Let's get her done.
Natty Daddy stack the go.
Damn, if I had a natty ice, I'd drink it right now.
You
know what's
Natty
funny?
Daddy.
I fully intended
the fact
on
that you
buttoning
literally
this.
just did a wardrobe change to a redneck in the middle of a UFO sighting conversation
Man, I
is
saw them things. They
absolutely
were up in the
epic.
sky. They came down on my fucking farm. I fired off 12 fucking rounds at them motherfuckers.
God damn it, Daryl, put your teeth
I ain't
in.
handling this shit, man.
Daryl, put
I
your
ain't
teeth
down for
in.
them illegal aliens coming down from the sky and invading in my territories.
Daryl, what did I tell you? Get your teeth in when you talking to the reporters.
Oh Christ. Yeah, no. So I was like, oh shit, it'd be really cool. I'm gonna don the shirt because I fucked. If you don't remember, this was the shirt I
Yep,
did the
yep, yep,
sleeve rip on.
yep.
This show is frightening at the moment. Wojo,
Are you just now
we're gonna go
joining?
for a we're gonna go for a walk in the woods together, buddy.
I'm wearing a wig.
You ain't coming. Uh,
Three go out, one comes back.
no. You're gonna come. You're gonna go with us, but you're not. You're not coming.
No,
Um,
there's no return plan for me. Okay, I get it.
don't
I get
think you
it.
do because you'd be worried about getting canceled again. No, this was this 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 was the shirt I fucked with Matt in. Ding 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 ding. I don't do the reach around my guy. So
Eiffel Tower.
yeah. So I was like, bring the.
Fucking hell, Mojo.
Rich is gonna take a shine to Russ for the first time.
Right?
I'm starting to do pictures. Yeah, Denise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
But
way it
anyway,
works.
so the shirt, and so I think I was actually on your show, like probably 6 months ago,
Probably.
and I went with the sleeveless underneath the sleeveless, just to kind of goof off. I never put buttons back on the shirt, so, so now it's just kind of like a weird vest.
A weird like crossover, like okay.
Ding 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 ding.
Your
By the way,
banjos pedal
if you've
faster.
never actually heard dueling banjos performed live, it's actually
It
quite
is
entertaining and
absolutely
it's quite good.
amazing.
Don't want to shit on dueling banjos.
No,
However,
or dueling
squeal
people.
like a pig, boy, is what everybody thinks.
You got a pretty mouth.
Why does it look like you're lifting your skirt? Uh,
Well, thank you.
woo! Hold on, shit.
Let's see here.
All right,
I
where are we
do
at?
declare, sir.
I do declare. All right, I got 3 seconds until I can try again.
You even failed the first blow.
Ooh, no driving for me tonight.
Uh
1-1. 1-1. No good.
Normally there's a nine that comes in front of that.
What's that?
So normally there's a nine that comes in front of that.
All right, let's not try for cancellation. Anyway, all right, more
Why
news.
not? We're
You got
going
other
big or
headlines.
going home.
You got
All
other
right,
headlines.
go for a headline for you because I have to step away again if I hear another. I
Do you really want me to handle the next one? All right, fine. He's down. All right, so Burville police raid local business and shut it down for operating illegally. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? So we saw one of the largest self-implosions, destructions of a paranormal site. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. If they've seen a bigger one, a faster one, a more effective one, where the entire community has just immediately been completely decimated to a location. I know we got some people that are viewers right now with us that have some super strong connections to that location, but we watched the absolute mental degradation, destruction, decimation, dissolvement of not only an individual, but a paranormal location that has held tremendous meaning for a lot of people and has been a very positive experience for so many, and been life changing for others. I know we got some folks in the Get Haunted network that spent some time at the Conjuring House, and that dramatically changed their perspective on things and how they approach things and
You are
their
prime
general
example right
worldview.
now of what do I do with my hands? Because you're literally over there just like,
Jazz hands, jazz hands.
no, and
No,
I
I
will
just don't like the
object.
way the shirts. I don't like the fact that the shirt's not buttoning.
I will
That's
object
really what it
into
is.
one thing that I find absolutely hilarious about the situation, and
Yeah, go for it.
we can go from the Shakespeare you find comedy and tragedy,
Yeah.
but the fact that they got busted by a couple asking a cop for directions to the house when they were already closed down for business. And
No,
that's
so
how they
that's
get
actually
busted.
no. So that is actually not what I find most humorous or most tragic. What I find
Are
most
we talking about the DUI arrest?
no, I'm talking about the fact that through all of this, they allow their
For everyone in the background listening, we are listening to a quieted Ian Murphy, which is very rare.
you
So
are yes. Yep. I am actually filtering those
this is we snuck up on him in the wild, and this is amazing to see.
in the wild.
It is a quiet, unopinionated Murphy.
Well, this is highly opinionated. I don't know what you're talking
Oh, there are some rumblings in the back.
about.
Oh,
No, the
he
fact
may
that
he
he's
may be
threatening
getting
for
irritated.
general manager,
Oh,
do you not
oh,
think
it is getting louder. He's coming closer towards us. Everybody run! No! Save yourself!
music? No. Well, so we anticipate taking a shot.
False alarm.
So I am trying to remove the.
Mr. Murphy cannot hear a word you're saying underneath the hurricane-like conditions you're in.
Are you serious? What's going on? You can't hear me?
I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now that I got my glasses on, yes.
Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot to do? Yep. Jesus Christ.
Forgot
I
to
am a bit.
connect your microphone to your headphones.
Yes, I was using the computer headphones or the
Oh,
computer
there
mic.
you go.
You should be able to hear
There
me
you
plenty
go.
fine. Yeah, no.
And now
What
we
I'm
can
saying,
hear the stalker as he stalks his prey.
what was a tragedy was what she did to her general manager.
Oh,
Operating
that
the
was
business without notifying them, allowing the general manager to incur fines with the state and with the town for her illegal operation of a business that did not have authorization to be operating. That was fucked
I
up.
agree. I agree.
Now, I will say this. Earlier tonight, I walked into my kitchen and I was really curious why you were ignoring me. And now I know why. Because I didn't have the microphone set to my headphones. I had it set to my computer. But I just rebottled my vanilla cocoa bean and coffee bean whiskey. So now, instead of it having a bunch of floaties, it's nice and clean. Uh,
All right, good sir. Check your
hold on.
private messages.
Me? Okay,
Yes,
I'm on
sir.
it. They didn't. We just can't comment. We don't have the ability to comment with that title head. We're still live.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, okay, Ian, if you're gonna end anything on 2025, what do you want coming in 2025?
What I want on 2025? That's actually a really good question. You know what? Healing. And I mean that in one of the most fundamental senses. I don't want well, I do. I almost said something terrible. I hope for everyone to be able to kind of take a modicum of self-reflection in 2025. And hopefully we got here in the States, we have about 26 and a half hours left for folks to really take stock of everything they have and
Appreciate what they've accomplished. And now, for a lot of folks, it's going to be very difficult to say, I've done good this year, right? A lot of people are going to be hung up with some of the things that we talked about earlier in the show. They're going to be hung up with this digital life, right? They're going to see their friends, they're going to see people they know and connections on Facebook and things like that. And they're going to say, I'm not doing that good. And the amount of personal growth that I hope for everyone, and it's only one thing, and it's to know that personal growth is not success on a scale that is recognized outside of your own circle. And so the easiest way to internalize that and feel it, right? I can't keep blowing this goddamn shard. It's bugging the shit out of me. Is to sensory issues. Is to understand that the only person you're racing against is who you were yesterday. And if you're slightly faster, slightly stronger, slightly better, slightly smarter, slightly more informed, slightly more well-rounded, slightly calmer, slightly anything more than you were yesterday, you're winning. You are winning the race. And that's what I hope for 2025.
That's a W in my book
Yeah.
for sure. For 2025, I really hope.
Feels like I'm deeper than this fucking tank top. Yeah.
Yeah, where's your Lucky Strikes in your bud?
Can't drink carbonated drinks, and my Marlboros are downstairs in the basement, which, if you give me enough time, you'll probably see me have.
So my 2025, I really hope people accept the fact of accountability,
That's
which
big
I
hope,
know is
buddy.
never going to happen. That's a big hope. That's a big hope. But
Wasn't there
you know
something?
what?
I feel like there was. I
Mm.
feel like, you know what? I don't know if I'm correct on this, but I feel like you did a lot of work for a charity auction item at one point in
I don't.
2024.
I mean, I don't want to.
Okay.
Put anything out
I
there,
won't
but
continue to bring it up.
no, I did. I mean, and I appreciate you bringing that up. That actually that meant a lot to me.
And now it's going to a person instead.
Yeah. unfortunately. So
I mean,
we're
said
gonna
person may or may not have. Yeah, I'm not gonna add more context clues, but
we're gonna rectify that wrong.
you know what though? It ain't on you to do so.
It's not, but you know what? I'm going to anyways
You
because that's
did
the type of person I
right
am.
by the situation, and I mean, we
There we go.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
Yeah,
We're going on an adventure.
we're going on a jungle adventure to see what we can see. No, you did a
Oh, here
ton
we
of
go.
work. You did a ton of work for that, and it just sucks to know that like you gave final control over that situation to somebody else, and they're abusing that privilege. They're abusing that power.
You are correct, and I am going to rectify that situation every way I can.
It's not your
And
job to do that, though. It,
it's not, but I will because that's
my
who I am.
slippers. Got my slippers.
Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, so what you guys are
Gustio
seeing and
Garage.
hearing right now is 100% raw. This is what we are. This is who we are, unapologetically.
Oh, this isn't even who I am. This is who I'm doing so that my friend doesn't get in trouble on his live stream. If they want to see me raw, they can come to one of our events. That's a much more unmitigated version of me.
But no, 2025, I really hope everybody finds kindness.
Grace.
Kindness, grace, humility.
Let's not wish pain on others, huh?
Well, I mean, in
Humility
the
we
same
can
aspect,
humility we can do without. I know what you're saying, dude. I'm just being a dick.
I get it, but it's one of those things where it's just, everybody out there listening, I hope you take a day in your life to make somebody else's day better. Don't think about yourself all the time. Look at somebody
Well,
that could be
and
in a worse situation. You don't know.
and to this, so I've gotten in a little bit of trouble from time to time for my behavior when it comes to this kind of stuff. Because,
Behavior.
well, you know,
I do know.
I don't care if I hate you or love you. If you have the balls to ask for help, I'm gonna help. And
Here's
you
his
know,
belt.
what's that?
Here's his belt.
Here's my belt.
Yep.
Is this a reference I'm missing?
How can you not miss it?
Oh, yeah. The belt. Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about that one. I got in a lot of trouble for that one. That was just me trying to be funny. Because I found it hilarious. No, but
But
like,
it's collecting things to make it laugh, to make it.
well, but here's the thing. Everybody's going through shit. And
Yep.
what's funny, like the other night, we were in a group chat, and Russ had a pretty inconsiderate coworker. Um, and my response was, everybody's going through something. Boo frickin' who? And
Yep.
it's a quote from Leo.
Leo. Leo.
Yeah, the kids movie. And my wife
All right,
was
I
like,
gotta ask. Hold on 1 second, Ian. I gotta ask. Denise.
"Yep.
Denise and Pete. Our lovely madam who fell in the first murder mystery dinner.
Oh, for whatever reason, I can't control what's showing up on the stream from mobile. So you're gonna
Love
have
her
to
to
throw
death.
that up."
So she says my 2025 resolution was way darker. You're killing me here. All right, Denise, what was your 2025 resolution? I'd love to hear it. And if it involves frozen jars in your freezer, just leave it to yourself. All right.
Well, what if she's not putting them in jars?
Um.
Then then we're effectively accomplices.
We are accomplices.
But I will say this. So
Denise,
while she's typing that up or indicting herself or implicating herself,
yeah,
um, I'll say this. My wife turned around and said, like, "Oh, that's something that I hope Benny doesn't pick up on." And I had the exact opposite reaction. Was I hope it is something he picks up on. Because boo fucking who? Everybody's going through some shit that does not excuse you
nope,
from acknowledging other people's struggles.
nope, nope. And that takes me right back to the meme of the whole, oh, it's in retrograde. I'm a Sagittarius. No, you're just a bitch.
I'm a Sagittarius and I'm a cunt. The two are unrelated. Um,
All right, Ian, I'm gonna show this. I don't know if you can read it or not.
yeah, I literally go deeper into the dark side and unleash what I typically hold back, and I don't put things in jars. I eat them raw. Okay, we got some Hannibal Lecter things going on here. But I will say
And
this,
I'm gonna take that
Denise.
down right now because I'm gonna be canceled.
Yeah, Denise,
As if we already haven't.
Denise, I will say this. Never stop yourself from matching someone's energy,
Nope.
but never forget one of the greatest quotes of all time, which is never argue with an ignorant person. They will bring you to their level and they will beat you with experience. There are people that move through this earth in such a miserable way that you can never let them drag you to that place. Because if you do let them drag you to that place, they've been there so much longer than you
Yes,
that you
sir.
stand no chance of winning.
Preach.
And so the only way to win in that circumstance is to not engage and let the people who are just drowning in the bog of eternal sadness drown. They will muffle their own voice, they will stifle their own message with their own self loathing and miserable behavior. It's the only way to handle it. Because at the end of the day, we are not called by any faith, any religion, any spirituality, or any mode of existence to be miserable, except maybe Buddhism. We are here to positively experience life. And truthfully, there are so many people that just hate where they are, hate who they're with, hate what they're doing. That if we let those people manifest their anger on us in a way that we metabolize it, we aren't stifling an angry voice. We aren't like harming this person in any way. Like this is one of the things that I think find most funny about people that try to insult me. I know for a fact that if someone on the other side of the table from me is truly well adjusted and happy with who they're with, they wouldn't be insulting me. They wouldn't be attacking me. They wouldn't be coming at me. So, really, what they're saying about me and what they're saying to me is merely a manifestations of the things about themselves they haven't actually reconciled. And so I will be
Okay.
that target for that expression and be completely comfortable with it. Handle your locks.
Okay. And I will say this. So, for the people out there that do not listen to my show often and do not know Ian and I have an agreement on the weekends.
Every other.
Every other weekend, he gets my wife, I get nothing. So I get a break, he gets a win.
Haven't taken you up on that in a hot minute.
So you said that, and that actually resonated with me of the whole I can say something across the table and people resonate with it and they know.
Mhm.
The amount of looks you have gotten with the comments you have made to my wife.
I don't care because it's their insecurity that's being expressed.
And that's me going, well, this is a thing. All right. And
Because
I
at the
just,
end of the day, you know for a fact I would never.
no, ever,
And
ever.
it is quite literally a joke between us, but they're so insecure on your behalf, they feel the need to react.
Yes.
And
100%.
I think, there's a gentleman, a friend of ours by the name of Paul, and
Hmm.
he's been on a tear for the past 3 months. All he's posting about is being his authentic self, right?
Yep.
And being who
Unauthentic,
he is.
being his authentic, unapologetic self.
And I give a ton of credit to a manager I had at a nameless, faceless, soulless corporation that like encouraged me to actually be my whole self and like embrace the parts of me that normally I would stifle, especially in a corporate environment, because those are the voices we need to hear.
Yes, sir.
Because truthfully, like being unabashedly and unashamedly yourself frees you up in a way that is just, you see the world different.
Yes.
It's and this is one thing that I think a lot of people take for granted for someone like me, right? Like because it
I'll
does
give
seem
you
like
I'll give you the perfect example after you're done.
it seems to a lot of people that I actually don't give a fuck what people think. But the truth is, I actually do. There are people in my life that I genuinely am concerned about what they think about me. And for me to be as me as I am on a regular basis is an expression of vulnerability and trust. And people don't get that. They just see that like I'm outward and I don't care. I'm apathetic. I lack that part of me. But the truth is, I try to express empathy and a truth about who I am with everyone I'm around. And that makes people really uncomfortable a lot of the time.
Yeah, I wonder.
I'm not actually an easy person to get along with. I'm an easy person to like. I'm a terrible person to love.
And you are a terrible person to love, but you know what? You're one of the people that I come to every time when I got shit going on.
Yeah. Well,
Because I
because
know
there's
I know
truth.
you're gonna I know you're going to give me the truth, but I also know you're going to pat it to where it
Oh,
needs to
that
be
is
to where
so
you know.
true. Oh, that is so true. If we could put Nicole's comment up there, Nicole, Julie, and I are like, it's such a weird energy when we're around each other because I embrace the just like raw, brutal nature of who we are as people a lot of the time with my
Oh,
bluntness,
100%.
my directness and everything like that. And she embraces the just empathetic, nurturing, like literally, like if you were to put Julie and I in a room, it's nature versus nurture. And she is just this like matronly, optimistic, joyful, everything is rainbows against my like
The world's
everything
ending.
everything is a bone grinding mash that we need to get through and dark humor is the only way to do it. Uh like, there we go. All right, Russ is getting real. He's gonna get serious. He took his lipstick and wig off.
No,
He's
that's
gonna get
getting
real.
way too hot.
Oh, I don't only imagine. But yeah, no, Julie
No.
is amazing. Her energy is just Julie Rose, for any of you who've watched The Moderator, she actually co-hosted with me for a time. She's got a bunch of things going on right now, so she's taking a break. But
Yes, she does.
um, her and
She's a
I
great person to check out.
are two sides of the same coin, like of just being your authentic self and what that means. And
Yeah,
she is just
that
so upbeat.
is 100% true. Like that is
No comments?
being your unapologetic self. That is being
Yeah,
100% who you are,
100% of the time.
without a doubt. Oh, and there's
But
light again.
also, but also, I think there's a lot to be said for understanding that like being 100% of yourself doesn't excuse you from being a dick.
No, not at all.
Like you really do. We're gonna see if I can time this.
Can we time it?
I think I can. Ready?
Oh,
Got me in
oh,
stereo.
you were
So,
almost there. Almost there.
so, so you can't be yourself and not be a little bit of an asshole, because so many people are trained to think that like being your true self or being honest is such a like bad thing, and it's not. But learning how to express it in a way that isn't always being an asshole is kind of important.
Yeah, kind of a gift.
Yeah, well, no, it's a skill. It's not a gift. I was lucky enough to be born autistic and ADHD in a time where we didn't have coddling, we didn't have special plans, we didn't have, um, we weren't catered to, right? Now, my dad, I give 100% credit to, because he was definitely, anybody that tries to tell me my father wasn't autistic, I'll die on that hill. Uh, he
Okay.
really did teach me that like being you is more important than what they think of you, but being you in a way that expresses the vulnerability and the empathy is just as important as being yourself.
Of course.
And so that's a juggling act. That'll always say is like being an authentic version of yourself while still maintaining empathy is super tough. And so I don't know, self-awareness, super important.
All right, Ian. Well, we need to wrap the show because we're at two
We have
hours almost.
12 minutes. We can do one more headline.
Nope, we're wrapping up the show.
It's your show. Yeah, I mean, you could have hit end line.
Well, I mean, I could have done that, but I was enjoying the conversation.
Then
But
I got
tell
all
everybody
weird.
where they can find you for Get Moderated coming up in 2025.
Yeah. So at Get Moderated, anywhere,
Great
YouTube,
plug.
Facebook, wherever, and of course on the Get Haunted Paranormal Podcast program.
Yep.
Always on that. Yeah, and I mean, you can also find me in Pembroke, Massachusetts if you're weird.
If you're weird,
yeah, find me at
even
the
though
grocery
you're
store.
not.
I usually go to
Are you
Market
really
Basket.
in Pembroke?
Huh?
Well, Market Basket's really in Hanover.
That's
not
Hanover. Yeah,
Pembroke.
Market Basket in Hanover. I'm there at
Yeah.
least once a week.
I mean, or find me. I'll be at the Spirit Halloween in Hanover somewhere. Don't roll your fucking eyes.
No,
You take the tree down
no,
before the first.
Denise. No, I don't take the tree down the first. I take the tree down before the fourth, but not the first. And then, funny enough, we have a tree tradition. My sister, my brothers, we keep them until May in my backyard, and then we do a big bonfire for my father's birthday.
Yep, we will be coming over for that one.
You do every year, sir. Hopefully, you'll stay later this year.
Hey, well, I mean, no health issues. Knock on wood, thankfully.
And I gotta say, I'm very hurt. I hope Wojo goes back and checks the last 10 minutes of this feed, because Wojo usually comments on my physical appearance when I'm on. And to go live without Wojo telling me I look like a snack just feels bad.
Oh no. All right, guys. So we're gonna end this episode here with a high note. All right, Ian.
Well, you're the one that told me. You said like have a nip or a drink. What? No. Hold on. Before we wrap up, you gave me a tremendous amount of time, and I feel like I took some of yours. What's your 2025 hope?
My 2025 hope. Can I be selfish?
Of course you can. If you were to try and pretend that you weren't at least a little bit selfish, you wouldn't be human.
So for everybody out there, excuse me, make it a little emotional for me.
Good.
So for everybody out there listening, 2025 is the year of Compass Curiosities. We are going to make and break every single podcast listening record out there. We are going to climb as high as we can, bringing the best guests the best guests possibly to you.
So I'm going to be on every week. What's going on?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're gonna be the one that's drive everybody in, and I'm gonna be the one to do the talking. Sounds familiar?
It feels like a good year, Russ.
No, but I really do like everybody out there. 2025 or 2024 for Compass Curiosities has been huge for me. It's one of those things that you guys have made me coming back and doing every week. And without you guys, I wouldn't keep coming back and doing it. And without you guys, I couldn't keep coming back and doing it. So, you guys out there listening, whether it be live tonight, whether it be tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it may be, you guys are absolutely what it is.
Well, I got to hope for you. And this will be my cheers
Yes,
for
sir.
2025 on New Year's Eve.
We still got to figure out mine.
Your cheers?
Left or right?
Oh, no, Andrews. 100%.
All right.
Because if I'm drinking something I concocted, you ought to drink something somebody else concocted. This is so dark. This was such a light whiskey. This started as Conor McGregor's Proper 12, which, by the way, if you're still watching, phenomenal whiskey, by the way, way underpriced. Definitely grab some while it's cheap. This is coffee, vanilla. Stink bug just landed on my lighting rig. All right. So I don't know what your cheers is going to be. I'll do one. You do one.
Sure.
All right. So it's your show, and I care about you. And hey, can you lose the headphones and just go speakers? No, jackass. Go speakers on the computer. Are you through the computer speakers? Can you hear me?
Go ahead and try it.
Okay, can you hear me?
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I asked him to deal with technology. This is the problem.
All right, what do you got?
Ears up. You can hear me? Volume all the way up.
Good to go.
So the whole house can hear?
She's dead asleep already.
Well, that's a shame. To your household development in 2025. What's yours?
Never above you, never below you. Always right by your side.
Amen, brother. All right. I did good. This, Russ, you ever do a coffee pack?
Yes, sir.
That just tasted like putting a fucking rack of Folgers in my bottom lip.
All right, guys. So no better way to end 2024.
Are we doing last words?
We are doing final statements.
All right, so I got
2024.
me then you then me. What are we doing?
Go for it.
All right. Final statements. 2024. I'm not going live tomorrow. I love you all. Russ, I love you. I love yours. And I meant what I said. Cheers.
2025. May you be forever as forgiving
As our
previous
wives. May you be as forgiving as our wives.
May you be forever forgiving as our past choices.
From your lips to God's ears, buddy.
May you ever forgive all our past transgressions. But God damn it, do not take our fun away from us.
Oh, Christ. Take my legs, but not my whiskey.
You got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Stay blessed, everybody.
Love you guys all to death. We'll see you next week with a new episode of Compass Curiosities.